you receive a bonus of $10,000. For a few days, it feels like you can finally buy the thing you have wanted. A better car, a designer watch, a more expensive holiday. But someone focused on building wealth may look at the same $10,000 and see something completely different. They do not only see what the money can buy today, they see what the money might produce tomorrow. That is the basic idea behind buying assets before luxuries. It does not mean wealthy people never enjoy expensive things, or that every rich person is disciplined with money. The real principle is about order. First, use part of your money to build something that can strengthen your future. Then, when possible, let the income, growth, or financial stability from those assets help pay for the luxuries. This changes one purchase from a reward that weakens your cash position into a reward that your financial system can support. To understand why this matters, we need to define an asset in a useful way. An asset is something you own that has economic value. Some assets can grow in value. Some can produce income. Some can do both. Cash, investments, property, and business equipment can all be assets, although each one works differently and carries different risks. Skills can also improve your earning power, even though accountants do not place your personal skills on a household balance sheet. A luxury is different. A luxury is something you buy mainly for comfort, pleasure, convenience, identity, or status. There is nothing automatically wrong with that. A luxury can make life more enjoyable. The problem begins when the luxury takes money that was needed for stability, debt repayment, saving, or productive investment. The difference becomes easier to see when we follow the cash. Imagine two people, Maya and Daniel. Both earn $4,000 per month after tax. Both receive a $10,000 bonus. Both want to upgrade their car. Maya uses the entire bonus as a deposit on a luxury car. The new car costs $40,000. After the $10,000 deposit, she finances the remaining $30,000. Let us assume the loan, insurance increase, maintenance, registration, and other ownership costs raise her monthly spending by $700. The exact number will be different for every driver, but we will use $700 to make the example simple. Before buying the car, Maya had $400 left each month after her normal expenses. After adding $700 of new monthly costs, her cash flow becomes negative by $300. $400 left over minus $700 of new spending equals negative $300. The car may be beautiful and worth the cost to Maya personally, but financially, it has reduced her flexibility. Every month, $300 must now come from savings, extra work, reduced spending somewhere else, or new debt. Daniel makes a different choice. He keeps $3,000 of the bonus in cash to strengthen his emergency fund. He uses $2,000 to pay off a high-interest credit card balance. He invests $4,000 in a diversified, low-cost investment portfolio that fits his goals, time horizon, and tolerance for risk. He spends the final $1,000 on something enjoyable. Daniel still receives a reward, but most of the bonus improves his financial position. The cash gives him protection, the debt payment stops future interest on that balance, and the investment has a chance to grow, although losses are possible. The important difference is not that Daniel refused to enjoy his money. The difference is that he protected his future before increasing his lifestyle. This is where opportunity cost enters the picture. Opportunity cost means the next best thing you give up when you choose one option. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau explains the idea simply. When you choose to buy or do one thing, you often give up something else. When you spend $10,000 on a luxury, the cost is not only $10,000. The cost also includes what that money could have done elsewhere. Suppose you invested $10,000 and it earned an average of 6% per year over a long period. That 6% is only an assumption for illustration. Real investments do not grow in a straight line, and future returns are never guaranteed. After 1 year, $10,000 growing by 6% would become $10,600. In the second year, you would earn a return on the original $10,000 and on the $600 of previous growth. At the same assumed rate, the balance would become about $11,236. This is compounding. The United States Securities and Exchange Commission describes compound interest as interest earned on both the original amount and the accumulated interest. Over 20 years, $10,000 growing at an assumed 6% per year would become roughly $32,000. Again, that is a mathematical example, not a prediction. Fees, taxes, inflation, market declines, and the investments you choose can all change the result. But the example reveals the hidden cost of using all available money for consumption. You do not only lose the money once, you may also lose years of possible growth. People who build wealth often think in two time frames. What will this purchase do today, and what could the money do over the next 10 or 20 years? That second question does not make every luxury a bad decision. It simply makes the trade-off visible. Now, let us look at a business example. Imagine Nina owns a small bakery. The bakery makes $25,000 in monthly revenue. Revenue is the total money collected from customers before expenses are removed. After ingredients, wages, rent, utilities, taxes, loan payments, and other costs, the bakery has $3,000 in monthly profit. Profit is what remains after the business records its expenses. But profit is not always the same as cash available in the bank. Some customers may pay later. Some bills may be due immediately. Inventory may need to be purchased before it is sold. So Nina also watches cash flow, which is the actual movement of money into and out of the business. Now, imagine the bakery has $30,000 in available cash. Nina could use it to buy a luxury company car, or she could buy a new commercial oven. The oven costs $30,000. That creates a large cash outflow today, but the oven allows the bakery to produce more bread in less time. It may reduce wasted ingredients. It may lower overtime costs. It may allow the bakery to serve more customers. Suppose the oven helps create an additional $1,000 of monthly cash flow after all extra costs. At that rate, it would take about 30 months for the extra cash flow to equal the original $30,000 cost. 30,000 divided by 1,000 equals 30 months. After that point, the oven may continue producing value, although repairs, maintenance, competition, and changing demand could reduce the benefit. The oven is not guaranteed to succeed. Demand may be weaker than expected, the machine could break, or competition could increase. But the purchase is being evaluated by its ability to create future cash. Now, compare that with the company car. The car may improve comfort, but if it does not increase sales, reduce costs, or solve a real business problem, it mainly adds expenses. The cash leaves in both cases. The purpose of the cash outflow is different. One purchase aims to expand earning capacity. The other mainly expands lifestyle. This is the deeper pattern. People who build lasting wealth try to own more things that can produce value than things that constantly demand more cash. That does not mean every asset must send money into your account every month. An investment fund may grow without paying much regular income. A home may provide stability. Education may improve future income. An emergency fund may earn little, but it can prevent expensive borrowing. Different assets serve different purposes. The mistake is believing that anything expensive must be an asset. A luxury car can appear on a balance sheet as an asset because it has resale value. But if its value falls while it creates large monthly expenses, it may behave more like a financial burden in your personal cash flow system. A large house may increase in value over time. It may also require mortgage interest, taxes, insurance, repairs, furniture, heating, and maintenance. Whether it improves your finances depends on the purchase price, financing, ongoing costs, location, holding period, and what you could afford. The label alone does not make the decision good. You have to examine the cash flow, risk, and purpose. There is also a common misconception that buying assets first is only possible for people who already have a lot of money. It is true that higher income makes saving and investing easier. Someone struggling to cover housing, food, transport, and healthcare does not have the same choices as someone with a large surplus. Financial advice that ignores income and basic living costs can become unrealistic and unfair. But the principle can still operate at different levels. Buying assets first may mean investing $50 before spending $50 on an upgrade. It may mean building a $1,000 emergency buffer before booking a more expensive trip. It may mean paying down a credit card charging high interest before buying a new phone. It may mean taking a course that increases your earning ability before upgrading your wardrobe. The amount can be small. The order is what matters. A useful framework is protect, produce, and enjoy. First, protect. Build enough cash for emergencies based on your circumstances. Make sure essential bills can be paid. Understand your insurance needs. Address high-interest debt because expensive interest can grow faster than many realistic investment returns. Investor.gov warns that no investment offers guaranteed returns that can be relied upon to overcome high credit card interest. Second, produce. Direct some money toward assets that may improve your future. That could mean retirement contributions. It could mean a diversified portfolio. It could mean business equipment, professional training, or a cash reserve that prevents financial disruption. The right choice depends on your goals, time horizon, taxes, debt, and comfort with risk. Diversification can help spread risk across different investments, but it cannot prevent all losses. Third, enjoy. Use part of your money for experiences, comfort, hobbies, travel, or beautiful things that matter to you. Enjoyment is a valid use of money. The goal is not to postpone life forever. The goal is to make sure today's enjoyment does not quietly remove tomorrow's choices. You can turn this framework into one simple rule for unexpected money. Whenever you receive a bonus, refund, commission, gift, or unusually strong month of income, divide it before you spend it. For example, you might use 50% to strengthen your financial foundation, 30% for long-term assets, and 20% for enjoyment. That is only an example. Someone with high-interest debt may direct more toward repayment. Someone with a strong emergency fund and no expensive debt may invest more. Someone facing an urgent family need may use the money differently. The percentages are personal. The sequence is the lesson. Protect something, produce something, enjoy something. There is another reason this approach is powerful. Assets can eventually create choices. Investment income may help cover part of your living costs. A business may produce profit without requiring every hour of your labor. A paid-off debt reduces the number of bills competing for your income. A cash reserve lets you handle an emergency without panic. A valuable skill can improve your ability to negotiate, change jobs, or start a service. These benefits are not instant. They usually require time, patience, and repeated contributions. But each asset can make your financial system slightly stronger. Luxuries usually work in the opposite direction. The first purchase often creates more purchases. A more expensive car brings higher running costs. A larger home needs more furniture, energy, repairs, and taxes. The lifestyle can become normal quickly. Then the pleasure fades, but the monthly cost remains. This is called lifestyle inflation. Your income rises and your spending rises with it. You earn more, but never create more freedom because every raise is immediately assigned to a more expensive life. Buying assets before luxuries interrupts that pattern. When income increases, you increase ownership first. You increase saving first. You reduce financial pressure first. Then you decide how much of the remaining cash can support a lifestyle upgrade. The luxury becomes a conscious purchase instead of an automatic reaction to earning more. This approach also changes how you define affordability. Most people ask whether they can make the monthly payment. A wealth-building mindset asks a wider set of questions. Can I pay for the purchase without weakening my emergency fund? Will it create new monthly costs? Do I have expensive debt? Am I already contributing toward long-term goals? What am I giving up by spending this money now? Could an asset, business, or investment eventually pay for this purchase instead? These questions do not always lead to the cheapest decision. Sometimes you may decide that a luxury is worth it. A family trip may create memories you value deeply. A safer car may be important. A comfortable home may improve daily life. Money is meant to support a meaningful life, not become a scoreboard. But you should understand the trade-off before making it. Wealth is not only the value of what people can see, it is also the value of what they cannot see. The cash reserve, the investment account, the ownership in a business, the absence of high-interest debt, the freedom to survive a difficult month without borrowing, the ability to walk away from a bad job or wait for a better opportunity. Visible luxury can create the appearance of wealth. Assets create the capacity behind it. This is educational information, not personalized financial, tax, legal, credit, or investment advice. Investments can lose value, business decisions can fail, and the right order for your money depends on your income, obligations, goals, and risk tolerance. The next time $10,000, $1,000, or even $100 arrives unexpectedly, pause before asking what you can buy. Ask what part of that money can protect you. Ask what part can produce something for your future. Then decide what part you can enjoy without regret. Because the real difference is not whether money buys a car, a holiday, a watch, or an investment. The difference is whether the purchase gives your future more choices or quietly takes those choices away. Wealthy people do not always avoid luxuries. The ones who keep their wealth simply try to build the machine before buying the reward.